Hi everybody, it's Krabby Game Guy. Welcome back to our playthrough of XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. This is episode number 11. If you're with us on episode 10, you will remember that we ended that mission and that video with a game crash. So when I went to reload and started to finish the episode, unfortunately that few minutes did not get recorded, and as a result we lost about 4.5 days of game time. Not necessarily playing time, but game time. Fortunately, there were no missions. It was strictly facilities building and research, which I will catch you up on. As I expected when I started my first series, I knew there would be a hiccup here and there, and it's a learning experience for me, so it gives me incentive to double check. The other thing that occurred is unfortunately on this track, we did not record any audio, so we do not have to listen to Central bark orders at us or complain or whine. So I'm going to take that as a positive, and you'll get to listen to me a little bit more often, but unfortunately there's no sound effects or explosions or any of that, so I'm sure you've heard them all before, and you can kind of fill them in your head as I am doing. So what took place during those 4.5 days or so were basically building facilities. We started research on plated armor. It was under 14 days of research, so we can expect those in a couple of weeks. We'll have to get some supplies and some materials in order to build them, but at least the research will be done. We have finished the workshop, and as a result, we assigned an engineer there, and that engineer has 2 gremlins that can work in adjacent facilities, and we can also, when we have a little bit more dough, we can upgrade that for 2 more gremlins. So we will do that. We are building a proving ground. We still have an empty space, but when we get more supplies, we'll go ahead and build there. One of the gremlins is working in the power relay. The other one is helping shield a power coil. So we have 3 engineers on that. We are building in the proving ground. And when we get some more supplies, we'll have an engineer freed up to build a facility in the room that we've already emptied out. So, all that being said, I think we can go ahead and proceed with this game. And we are in the midst of making contact, but we did get notified that there is a retaliation strike that we need to go and defend. So, we will put together a crew. And we'll take 2 specialists, a grenadier, a sharpshooter, and a ranger. And we will go off and hunt down the aliens that are attacking this facility. We will likely use our ranger to scout, and he can get started. And we'll move him up carefully because we're not quite sure where the enemies are, and we are not in concealment, so we have to be extra cautious and try to stay in cover if at all possible. Harrington is with us on this mission, and we all know how valuable he can be. I do not mind taking 2 specialists along. You never know when you can use the healing, and it's a very good way to get them promoted quickly, and the faster we promote them, the more valuable they become to us. McDonald is our sharpshooter. A promotion would be benefit him greatly, so we're going to see if we can get him a promotion today. Dolly's back from being injured, and Dolly has discovered the first pod, and we have a muton. I think it's the first one we've seen, and we see a mech as well. So the aliens are getting a little bit tougher. and certainly can inflict greater damage than the troopers that we've been seeing so much of. We will try to get everybody in cover. Unfortunately, Harrington is not in cover, and I'm a little concerned about that. The Muton takes out a civilian. We have to minimize that, and sure enough, the mech does hit Harrington, unfortunately. They've given Dolly a nickname of Animal. We'll change that ASAP. And let her fire a frag grenade and shred the armor of both of these characters. We will have our sharpshooter move up. He will have a pistol shot, and hopefully he can do some damage on the mech. And he does. Not sure that Choi is going to be able to help us take a shot, but we'll move him as strategically as is possible. While continuing to keep him in cover. Let's see if Harrington can finish off this mech. Put him in cover. Let him take a shot. And a good shot it is. One mech down. Olga, in the meantime, has a very poor shot at the Muton. I would like to move her forward. Still in the low 20s. Not sure. Yeah. A miss. That's not surprising. Probably would have been a better idea to give Harrington a heal on that. But we will address that next turn, providing he survives this turn. We'll move Choi up, see if he can get a high shot. He does have a flashbang grenade. Let's go ahead and daze the Muton, and that'll protect everybody that he can take a shot at, including the civilian. And we have a couple of what looks like a trooper and a Muton there. Trooper and a Muton and a stun lancer. We kind of know what we're up against, but we got to take care of this Muton first. I'll move Dolly up. She's got the light machine gun. It's a pretty good weapon for her. Not a great shot there. Let's see if Harrington get a little bit better shot. He could finish him off if he gets a hit. And he misses. And he's only in partial cover. But it does destroy some cover. I think McDonald can get the kill here. Let's see. Very nice. Good shot. Crit. Very nice damage. McDonald shows quite a bit of promise. Choi moves up a little bit. And Olga needs to heal Harrington. So we'll allow her to do that. And then we'll advance her into full cover. go into Overwatch, and fortunately or unfortunately, it appears that the troops, the Advent troops, are taking it out on civilians, so at least it is not us. Move Dolly up into full cover, and she can also release this civilian. Harrington, we'll move him into full cover a little bit closer. McDonald can release a civilian and then subsequently move into full cover. We'll slowly creep Choi up into full cover. Olga can move over behind this tree in full cover, and everybody will be as safe as possible. Trying to decide if I want to advance a little bit more. I guess we will. And now I want to go on Overwatch because I'm not sure how close we will get before we start triggering this second pod, which I want to be prepared for. Don't want to hit it with no moves available. Mutants are not to be messed with. The weapons are deadly, and the grenades are even worse. So it's best to take them out sooner than later. As is the same with mechs. The rocket launchers are unpleasant and tend to do a lot of damage to several soldiers. Dolly has a pretty good shot here. Takes out the armor. Gets some damage. McDonald, he's got a pretty decent shot. And let's see if he can take this guy out. And he does. Very nice. Move Choi up. Make sure he stays in full cover. We will move Harrington up. See if he has a shot on this mech. It's 90%. He should be able to hit that. And he does. And gets the kill. Very good. Olga, in the meantime, appears to just have partial cover in the blue area. Full cover. But that would keep her from overwatching, and we really need her to overwatch, so we'll go ahead and do that. Man, stun lancers are nasty. But an excellent Overwatch kill by Olga. That was terrific. This Muton looks pretty angry. We will move Dolly up. She really, really needs to get a kill here. On somebody. See if she can get the stun lancer. She gets 5 damage. It's good, but not quite good enough. I'm concerned about her being flanked. Hopefully McDonald can finish off the stun lancer. He misses. Choi just cannot seem to get in position where he has a shot on anybody. Hopefully Harrington can take out this trooper. And he misses, unfortunately, and that's gonna cost us, I think. Olga, she will have a shot at him. Really want him taken out. He's only 3 health points. And another miss. And he's in partial cover. We'll go into Overwatch and see if we can get the job done that way. And it looks like a Faceless is emerging, which won't make the job any easier. A missed Overwatch shot by Choi. That Lancer who just loves killing people with his cattle prod. A miss by the Muton. That's good news. But unfortunately, Dolly is flanked and does get hit. But she can retaliate. She's got some options here. I think she'll be better served going for the Faceless and getting some damage there. And she does. McDonald does get a free reload. Doesn't cost him a turn and takes care of the Faceless, so that's good. Choi, again, not in a position to get a decent shot, but he will release a civilian. And he does have a crit opportunity against this trooper who just keeps on eluding us. And he takes care of business. Very good. Very good. We are going to have to be very careful with Olga. And get her probably in full cover. I don't trust that Muton. They're too good a shots to mess around with. And he is also at full health. Likewise, for Harrington, he needs to be in cover as well. I don't know that a 35% shot's all that good. And I don't think it's worth taking. But we're going to take it anyway. And he does get 5 damage on it, so that was much better than could be expected. We'll Overwatch and see maybe if Olga can't get a Overwatch shot. Meanwhile, this Stun Lancer's just killing everything in sight. That Muton still is too far away to really get any legitimate shots at anybody, fortunately. We will reload for Dolly. Harrington can improve his position, hopefully get some damage on that Muton. It's really a low percentage shot, but he seems to excel at low percentage shots, and sure enough, he gets the kill, so good for him. Dolly, meanwhile, pretty far away from that Lancer, but too far away for a grenade as well. Perhaps McDonald. It's a long shot, but 1 kill point, and he gets 7. So McDonald getting the job done today. Very good. Looks like we have another Faceless to deal with. And I have a feeling that might be the last enemy on the board, so let's go ahead and work this out and take this guy out. Choi gets a shot and misses. I tell you what, we need to improve our Ranger game. I have not been impressed with either one of our Rangers. We need a third one desperately, and we need somebody with a little bit more combat intelligence. Or at least one with some aim. I'm gonna have Dolly throw this frag grenade and hopefully explode that truck next to that faceless. He may move away from it, but it's possible. Because it will blow up on the next turn, but again, he might move. We'll go ahead and go into Overwatch, but let's heal Dolly first. And the faceless comes out in no cover, leaving himself wide open. And we should have 3 or 4 really good shots at him. He takes his second turn to come even closer. Sure enough, that van exploded. Too bad he wasn't standing there, but I think we'll be able to take him out of here. Dolly gets 4. McDonald does not have a shot. Let's see if Harrington has one. That is a pretty good opportunity, and he gets the kill. Very good. So, a mission accomplished. Very good. 2 soldiers wounded, unfortunately, but several promotions. We've moved Olga up to sergeant. We've moved Harrington up to lieutenant. We'll give lightning hands to our new sergeant sharpshooter McDonald. And shadow strike to Choi, who needs all the help he can get. He is now a sergeant. We rescued 6 civilians. We've got a mutant autopsy. And we got an increase in supplies from that region. Let's go take a look at the army and see what kind of shape we're in. 1, 2, 3, 4 wounded. A couple of tireds. And 2 on covert actions, which we should finish shortly. Suzuki still has a negative trait that we need to deal with. Intel is available for us. Let's go ahead and at least start that that scan for that. A covert action is completed. We got a promotion out of it, and we got our first set of information from on the assassin. We got popular support, which increases our supplies every month, and we also got a promotion. Take a look and see what the next covert action could be. When all 3 factions are recommending reduce avatar progress, I tend to take that seriously because it usually means that there is going to be a there's going to be a new facility being built, advent facility, so it's probably wise to go ahead and take one of those missions and put some soldiers that could use some field experience or bonding. Take a look and see. Take a look at the armory again. We do have Harris, who got a promotion from his most recent covert. And we are going to give him Conceal. With our Reaper injured so much, we need a Ranger that has concealment so he can scout a little bit more effectively. We have 3 lieutenants now. And as promised, I am going to change Dolly's nickname from Animal to Dolly, because that's who she is. Alright, we've got some wounded that we need to wait for to get healthy before our next mission, so we need an infirmary sooner than later. I think that open slot might be a good spot for an infirmary. Then again, resistance comms is important too. We'll decide when we are faced with the decision. And the proving ground is available. So, that's good news. We can start building stuff. Let's take a look at the projects available. Unfortunately, we do not have the supplies needed to build the Skulljack, but I'm not ready for that anyway. Let's go ahead and see what kind of experimental ammo we can get. We'll make sure that we put an engineer there. When the workshop is fully fleshed out, we can probably throw a gremlin in there and then have that engineer freed up to clear out other rooms that need to be cleared out. So that's the beauty of the workshop, is those 4 gremlins free up engineers that can be moved around and get some work done. We do have we're in the midst of searching for making contact in this region. West Asia, only 3 days left. I'd love to get the continental bonus of tactical analysis. That would be huge. So we now have West Asia. And we are introduced to the Warlock. So we will see him undoubtedly in the first mission that we accept in his territory. So, and isn't it nice that we don't have audio and we don't have to listen to him talk on this episode? That really is the blessing in disguise about having any game audio. We got a progress report, and judging from the big smile on the council's face, he's obviously very pleased with us and our progress. Despite what some may be saying. The assassins made a little advance, but we have also advanced on her. We have to keep an eye on her advancement and keep her away from us. Dark events. Hunt XCOM. That one we're not ready for. We need to, next time we have an opportunity to counter that. That is what we are going to have to do. We have a new open slot. We can move covert actions not being ambushed over, and we are going to use that psionics feedback. That will allow damage to be caused to anybody who attempts to bring psionic damage on us. So that is a very, very valuable ability. Let's go ahead and get some supplies. Experimental ammo, AP rounds, armor-piercing rounds. That's going to make a sharpshooter much more valuable. And we have a room available to build in, but right now we don't have quite the supplies to build anything right now. But we have 2 rooms available. Let's take a look and see. We do have enough supplies. I think resistance comms would be great. It's 110 supplies. Infirmary would be great. It's 115. Neither will take any power because we're building on top of a power coil. We're going to go ahead and build the infirmary. We need to, we don't have a very deep roster. We're going to have to get soldiers back quicker. This is still empty. And we can do resistance contacts in that area once we get enough supplies. We'll take the engineers that are freed up from that excavation, and we will start clearing alien debris in another room. Let's take a look and see what the possibilities are over here. Again, I think infirmary might be the answer there, but we are going to need some supplies. I'm not sure how many we have left to pick up from our supply drop. We'll take a look at the plated armors in 5 days, alien debris in 10 days, infirmary in 10 days. And it looks as if our covert op reduced the advent bar by 2. And now it's time to pick another mission. And there's an engineer available. And no, I'm not going to pass that up. Let's take a look. Aim plus 2. Take a look at the sharpshooters. Both Klein and McDonald are at 82 aim. I think I want to improve McDonald. There's a risk of a soldier being wounded, and we do not have the alloys available to prevent that. We will send our squatty ranger on that and see if we can get her some more experience. Let's finish collecting the supplies. Looks like we got 198 total now. Just for the heck of it, since we have a new black market, let's just take a peek and see what's available. Illyrium, I think we'll get an opportunity to get those a little bit more organically, so I don't want to actually buy that. The engineer is always tempting, but 95 intel is a whole lot of intel that I don't necessarily want to give up right now. So we're going to pass on the black market. Let's go ahead and get supplies started. Maybe we can earn enough supplies to do a little bit more building. And sure enough, the warlock has his knowledge of us has increased. And as I had predicted, it appears that Advent is busy building facilities. But hey, guess what? We got plated armor, and that gives us a whole bunch of new stuff. Tempest gauntlets, the spider suit, exosuit, experimental weapons, and we have a couple instant autopsies, which are always handy. We got an arc blade and a ripjack for the rangers and for the skirmisher. We also have mech breakdown, and we all know what this gives us. That gives us Illyrium and allows us blue screen protocol. And it also gives us a Mark II gremlin for our specialists. So that'll improve their abilities and make them even stronger. Our next research is going to be the Viper autopsy, which is going to help us in the way of field medicine. And let's see what we can afford to build. We have 198 supplies. We have a whole bunch of stuff that we can build. The arc blade looks good. The gremlin is almost a no-brainer. And a ripjack really only helps one soldier that's not used all that much. We have a ranger on nearly every mission, so let's go ahead and let's build that arc blade. It's a much better sword than what we're using. And I like to get that Templar built up quickly. Let's go back and look at the facilities. We got 123 available. And we can build resistance comms. Let's go ahead and do that. And we will probably, where we're clearing alien debris below it, we'll take one of those engineers and have him working on building resistance comms. And let's see what we have left. That exposed power coil is going to require some engineers to get that done quickly. 150 supplies for a second workbench. That's what we'll be working towards next as far as building is concerned. We'll go back to the map. Take a look at the soldier situation. Just one wounded and one on a covert action, so we're in pretty good shape for any mission. We have a new facility being built. We knew that was coming. And there is a dangerous enemy detected, which is obviously the Viper King. So we will have to keep that in mind when we go after that facility, but we're a ways away. We have to make contact first. And we have a new set of targets for guerrilla ops. And sure enough, the first one we're looking at is the Hunt XCOM counter. And it gives us a scientist, which we really need. So, got a feeling that's what we're going to take. Unfortunately, we don't have blue screen rounds. There's a lot of robotic enemies, but well, I think we can still be successful. 67 intel for that, for a hidden event. Not really interested in that yet. And supplies, as much as we need them, is not nearly as important as the countering the Hunt XCOM. So I think we're going to call it a day here. I think I appreciate you listening and watching, and if you liked what you saw today, please leave us a like. If you like it enough to subscribe, by all means, please subscribe and click the notification bell to let you know when a new episode's available. In the meantime, I'm Krabby Game Guy. I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you'll be with us on our next episode as well. Thanks.